In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. We've got ourselves a fight in this one to get back above 500. Week 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Love throwing to start us off. Pass into the hands of Devontae Walker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Vegas first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he drives this forward to the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Mostert. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They send a receiver in motion right. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. In the opening drive, the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Even 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. And he's going to get this up across the 35 to maybe the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
from the gun on third down. Escapes the pocket. Caught, nice gain left side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back-to-back carries here. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants finish off their opening drive. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. York tacks on that extra point. And the Giants one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Now is York to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Takes the handoff, now Love. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. 1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Hand off to the back. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Offense up to the line fast. Connects on the crosser. And he's in. Touchdown! The Raiders with a slim 2-point lead early. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nope.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Simple dive up the middle. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They give it to him again. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Back to throw now. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 13 on that play. And the Giants will have a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
On first down, they'll run. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Another carry for him. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They have it 3rd and 10. They motion the tight end over. Here he is on 3rd and long. That's taken in by Wangu. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he's tackled up across the 20 at the 22. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 22 on 2nd down. Taking a deep shot here. That's grabbed inside the 30. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It is into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders making a 9-point advantage. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one. The last line of defense. In that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle, well, can mean a touchdown.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Catch is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Catch is made down the right sideline. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Giants will have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he'll go down here at the 16.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 16. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Walker hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it, adding all the extra yardage.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. They'll run here on first down. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Play fake. It's Love. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Not on the same page with his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Third and long for him here. He lets one fly deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders take a 3-possession lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Completes this one to Gray. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Just 1 play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. to throw it on first down. He's on the move. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Motioning the tight end now. After the sack, another pass on second down. He's got the hook up to Cooper. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Got to figure out this third down here. Looking for a throw here. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Jeremy Chin has got it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Ooh, partner, this has gotten out of hand early. That pick six, the latest play, pushing us towards a blowout.
Yeah, everything has gone in their favor so far. You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NFL. It takes this kind of combination, right? Both in personnel and in every phase of the game.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders make it a 24-point ball game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Getting right back to it after that interception. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
First down, 3 yards.
He's going to throw this one. Hyatt with the grab. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for him at the 38. Play action on first down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And the Raiders are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's going to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
First down throw, here's Love. Dump off caught by his back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. In a good spot here, second and inches. Love from the gun. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Pass didn't work on second. Let's see how that affects this third down. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Still inches to go on third down. Shotgun now for Love. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. There he goes on the right side. And he makes the house go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. You get a pick six. You get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
York now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now.
14. Cade York to kick off.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Love back to it after the pick. He puts everything behind this one. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with him in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
A second down throw here for Love. Avoids, trying to float that one in, and defenders there for the interception. That's Bobby Okereke. And the Giants will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Tight end going in motion here. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Raiders make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
They send the tight end in motion left. Looking to throw. Here's a loft deep down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They send the tight end in motion. He's loaded another one up. He's got it at the 30. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Giants cut into the lead coming out of halftime. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Kicks the handoff, now Love. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Second and 10. Love trying again. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's the handoff. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Putting the tight end in motion. From the 47. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 13 yards brings up 3rd down.
Love out of the shotgun. That's caught for the 1st. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders push their lead further to start the half. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. they get him yet again. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
A tight end in motion now. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Bates. And the Giants will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Well, he shot his shot, Brock, but they couldn't connect. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Eric Stokes skinned there for the stop. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Complete, it's Cooper. And he goes out a little short of the 40. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Back now, pressure on its way. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants parlay the interception into points. York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Love. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. He lofts one deep, center of the field. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Giants will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. On the move, headed right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Working quickly here. From the gun, here's a handoff. He's out near midfield and still going. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man Gray. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They go play action on 1st. Forced out to his right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. Rolling left, buying some time. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throw away.
Chased out to his right. Launching deep, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Love. He's throwing deep to the left side. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Giants have some new life in the 4th.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Give now to the running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Third and long for him here. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down.
Plays like that called twofers. It's why coaches live 2 years for one. All the planning, great play call, careful execution led to that, and it was still dropped to the turf. Touchdown, lost. This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the three, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Complete out to the right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first. Now give left side. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Right up the gut. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back to throw it. He beams one deep right side. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. On comes Daniel Carlson for a pretty important kick. It's going to be a tough one. 55 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. You got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll try and throw it here. He's trying to go deep again. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Raiders capitalize on yet another interception thrown in this game.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Plowing up the middle. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun now for Love. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders nearing their second win in the campaign. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on third. Throwing from near his own goal line. Cut out left. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
The give here on second. And second verse, same as the first. He's bottled up at the line of scrimmage. The Giants using their first time out. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. Now the Raiders readying for the punt. And they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Giants football. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or dude shredding a defense just like that.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. It came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. And no surprise here, they declined the flag because the play got a first down, so they're going to happily let it stand. Ball at the 33 for first down. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. Completed to his running back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10, Love trying again. Has it downfield, working the left. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first. Love to throw again. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Giants take over as he records his 10th career INT. The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.
halfway between Boston and Providence, it's the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defenses. Feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the W.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games, and you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, all the stats, can you find an advantage, even the slightest one, in the kicking game, the return game, generate a turnover or a big...
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. One of the Patriots has it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will score. Touchdown, New England. Point after, coming up here. And he misses the extra point. No good, and this will remain a 6-0 game. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Patriots offense ready for their 2nd possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. He'll get that complete to Donald Parham. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end. Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Putting the tight end in motion. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. They send the tight end in motion. He'll send it downfield for Laporta. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They could not hook up. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll begin here on the ground. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drop. This brought in out past the 20. And this winds up a very nice return. He's able to get up past the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. He works free, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Pats extend their advantage to 13-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They find themselves down 13-0 here. They try to get things started offensively. It's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. Back to throw. He gets this into the hands of Green.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
2nd and 7. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks. At this rate, I'm not sure they're confident their quarterback's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
The Patriots offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. He'll get this out to his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line, and the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
They'll come out throwing here. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So we've come to halftime here in Foxborough with the Patriots on top. As we get you down, and hold that thought, let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. They'll look to pick up the pace. They'll send a tight end in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He's going to air this one out, and that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw.
You know, Mike, I've seen a lot of aggressive plays over the years, but this one, it might just take the cake. I mean, to go for it in this situation, this deep in your own territory, you're making...
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to destroy.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Patriots offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. He'll send it downfield for Laporta. And he will go all the way. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, New England. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point. Go for 2. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
Mike, there's not a lot of ways to break this play down other than saying you get the wide open target, you have the play you want, you're aggressive going for 2, you just got to catch the ball.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt as he's standing right around his own goal line. This fielded inside the 35. And they'll finally put an end to this, but a great return to the other side of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. Picked by the former Bruin out of UCLA. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Patriots. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you...
Now, a loose football. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick